They literally caved for nothing. Angus King, Dick Durbin, Jeanne Shaheen, Maggie Hassan, John Fetterman, Tim Kaine, Catherine Cortez Masto, Jackie Rosen. 8 Democrats took weeks of pain, months of big talk, and traded it for a press release and a promise. No hard protections for ACA premiums, no written guardrails, no win you can point to without squinting. Literally just vibes. We lived through a shutdown so long, it felt like a bad season that wouldn't end. Workers missed checks, families juggled bills, airports creaked, SNAP households got jerked around, all that leverage built up like storm pressure. And then the 8 just let it vent into thin air. You flip the switch, declare progress, walk away with nothing banked. And spare me the calendar excuses. People are saying they're retiring or they're not going to be on the ballot for a couple of years. Who cares? If you campaign on lowering costs, you don't fold when the bill doesn't do it. You jam the fix into law while the heat is on. Instead, they handed the other side relief and called it responsibility. That is not governing. That's quitting with better lighting. Okay? Listen to the spin. We kept the lights on. Okay, cool, but the roof is still leaking, the floor is still flooded, the premiums are still gonna go up. The headline got cleaner, but people's lives just got messier. And here's the kicker, Mike Johnson hasn't agreed to a damn thing. So the fantasy is what Democrats persuade enough Republicans to cross over in the Senate for a real protections bill, and then Johnson just takes it up. That isn't strategy, that's a wish. If your entire plan depends on the speaker suddenly embracing the very protections his side spent months stonewalling, you didn't negotiate, you stalled yourself. And he's even said his job was done on September 19th when he voted to fund the government the first time with the Republican bill. He's like, this is not on me, I'm just gonna let this process play out. This is why folks tune out to the preaching about non-negotiable, because it turns out everything is negotiable if you stall long enough. The 8 taught the town the oldest lesson in Washington. Wait out the outrage, ride the news cycle, and then harvest the cave. Names matter. King, Durbin, Shaheen, Hassan, Fetterman, Kaine, Cortez Masto, Rosen. They didn't just blink, they signaled to everyone watching. Leadership, who Chuck Schumer was a part of this, lobbyists, the White House, that there's always a handful ready to cross the line and do whatever you want to do and apologize later. It's the legislative shrug, the ceremonial sigh, the we'll get to it that never seems to arrive. Okay, so mark it down. They caved, and for absolutely nothing. No guarantees, no safeguards, no win. You can hold in your hand just a reset button for the same fight with worse leverage and a louder chorus of maybe next time. 8 Democrats, big talk, small result, and the bill for that nothing lands on everyone else.